Kenny, what about your building block at forward?
Yeah, let's talk about some pace here for a second. Gary Trent Jr. at $6,600 in a game against the Wizards, who are number one in pace over the last 10 games. Since coming over to Toronto, he's just been lights out, 40 DK fantasy points in back-to-back games, which would be pretty nice at $6,600 if he would just do that again. You get over 6x. Look at almost 7x there. Salary value for Gary Trent Jr. So I like him a lot in this spot. We know that the Wizards don't really defend well. They're also dealing with some injuries with Hachimura questionable for this one. I think Gary Trent Jr. is a pretty fine option here at forward, and then you build around him. You can maybe fit some higher price guys in there as well.
Big Ben, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I like where Kenny's head's at with this game. I like Pascal Siakam a lot on the Raptors side. Kenny mentioned the injuries for the Wizards. I think if Hachimura is out, Siakam is going to have a really easy time against the Wizards front court, which is pretty thin and weak to begin with. The Raptors are also coming off that huge win over the Dubs. The Dubs had no one in that game, but the Raptors have lost 4 in a row. They've just been awful for a month now. So I think this is sort of where a veteran team, is kind of getting some momentum. That last game against the Dubs, Siakam's usage was up around 35%, which is pretty insane. He almost scored 60 fantasy points. He's going to play the minutes. This game could sort of be, it should be a little competitive. It depends on what the deal is with Bradley Beal, but I think if it's a competitive game, you're not going to see a lot of defense. So again, pace becomes a factor, and Siakam's price is pretty good, 8,500. So mid-range sort of tournament play, I think Siakam's a decent option.